Hey guys, and welcome to my very first YouTube live stream lesson. Yes, so my name is Ruth, as you might have seen on my channel, and I'm an English teacher who's really passionate about helping you grow and develop as an English learner. And so today we're going to be looking at daily conversations, and this is supposed to be a series of live classes that I will run for some time where I will be helping you through daily conversations, because I find that many people have issues, many of our students actually have issues with daily conversations and talking with people. It can be a major problem actually. So let's get started. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel because it's important. Okay, so this is a daily conversation at the bus or in the bus. And many times we commute to work, to church, to the market, wherever we go. And most likely we have to enter a form of transportation. Yes. And so this is the bus. And what we're going to be looking at all through the lesson, is how to politely ask if a bus is going to a destination, how to ask about the bus fare, to request help, to know when to get off, and also to start small talk when you're on the bus. I think that's really important because many times you just get into a bus or maybe get on a plane or you enter whatever form of transportation, and then you just once you've paid your transportation fare, you're just seated, you're just quiet, you've plugged in your headset, you're just like, I just want to get on with this journey and arrive at my destination safe and sound. But small talk can open opportunities. I promise you, I've engaged in small talk, maybe on travels or just going on a very short journey, and I engaged in small talk, and it actually opened doors for me, opportunities. Someone wanted to learn English or do whatever, or get my service or get service rendered. Yes. So let's look at key vocabulary. Now, the first one is bus stop. Bus stop. Now, a bus stop is where you wait for a bus. A bus stop is simply where you wait for a bus. And why you might be saying, I know what a bus stop is, I know what a fare is, I know what the route is, I know who the conductor is. Someone who hasn't mastered English will definitely not know what it is. And that's why this live session is very beginner friendly, because believe you me, you might know all the English in the world, but someone out there does not know much about English, and they're like, oh my God, where do I start from? Start from daily conversations. Okay, so the second one is the fare. The amount you pay on the bus is called the transportation fare. And then the next one is the route. That is the path the bus follows. And then the conductor. This is strictly, I believe, a Nigerian thing where we can have a conductor. You know, a conductor is a person who is on the bus or in the bus, and he moderates. There's a driver and there's a conductor. So it's more of a Nigerian thing. Yes. Okay, so he collects fares, or he calls stops. Like before you get down, maybe if you come to Nigeria, you're not in Nigeria, maybe in the UK or US or wherever you are, you come to Nigeria, you know what a conductor or who a conductor is. So he collects the fares or calls the stops, mostly in Nigeria, written down. Now let's look at phrasal verbs to help you understand getting on a bus or being at a bus. Now, the first one is to get on. To get on the bus is to enter the bus. I've heard wrong things that people say to get. What I'm trying to think of something wrong. How do you say? Okay, you can say I want to enter inside the bus. Don't say that. Simply say I want to get on the bus. Means to enter. To get off the bus. To get off the bus means you want to you want to leave the bus, right? You can also say alight. I like to alight at the next bus stop, but ensure that the driver understands what you're saying. So the next one is to get off, to leave the bus. Then pull over. To pull over means to ask to stop at a side. And when I think of pull over, what comes to mind majorly is movies, Maybe it's when a police, maybe you want to, you drive, maybe there's a speed limit at a particular place, and then you go over the speed limit, and then a policeman arrives on a bike and it's like, put over, put over. That's what comes to mind, honestly. So to pull over means to stop at a side. And also flag down. These two go hand in hand. To flag down means to signal for a bus to stop. And then to pull over means to ask the bus to stop at the side. Now, let's look at useful sentences to help you in conversations on a bus. So the first one is, excuse me, please. Excuse me, please. This is really polite, because have you met someone who's really rude? Just give me a minute. I want to check if this is working. Okay. Someone who's really rude and doesn't give 5 shillings about who you are. So just go straight to the point, ask the questions, and off they go. But that's actually rude, because you never know who you would need help from. That's why it pays to be polite. So, excuse me, please. Is someone sitting beside you? Excuse me, please. How much is the transportation fare? Excuse me, please. Can I pass? And not just brush over someone like. So excuse me. So we have a question. Excuse me. How much is a transportation fare? You could also say, does this bus go to Abuja? Abuja is a place in my country, Nigeria. Does this bus go to Abuja? Yes or no? Another one is, could you tell me when we get to CRM? CRM is a place. Could you tell me when we get to CRM? It means you might not be too familiar with the place. Could you tell me when we get to CRM? You're not familiar with the place and you need help identifying the location when you get there. Okay, so we have a dialogue practice over here, and we're going to take turns. I hope you can see the board. We're going to take turns. Passenger P is me. I'm passenger P, and you are you. So we're going to take turns with this dialogue. This will help you in the conversation, or to get the conversation practice that you're here for. So I'm going to read passenger P, and I'm going to pause and give you some time to read you. So let's go. Excuse me, does this bus go to CRM? Now your turn. Okay, not really. I'm just not used roads to these roads. Now you. Sure, I asked the conductor. Remember who conductor is? Sure, I asked the conductor. Lovely. So how difficult was that? Not difficult at all. So this is how you engage in conversation practice or dialogue practice, And one thing I tell my students is that conversation practice, learning English is not a one-off thing. It's something you do again, again, and again. And so I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel right here. And I'll see you in the next live session. Bye, guys.